We're back with another video. We're gonna start off by asking you to like and subscribe because why not? Anyways, Tuesday nights, we haven't done one of these in a while. This is the second one of this year. The first one was last week where I didn't finish, didn't feel good. That's just like, but we're back with another one. Big team from our side. We had 7 guys plus a guest, I guess, so 8 guys. And the second biggest team had 3 guys. Bear National was there with 3 guys. The field was just over 20 guys. So our goal, all of our guys wanted to race. So obviously we showed up, and our goal was to just control, be aggressive, be in every break, create breaks, and make sure that if it came down to a sprint, we did good lead out and got that sprint. So in the beginning, Ben went off the gun. He's up there, as you can see in the distance, and we were just the chase wasn't organized. So when we would get an opportunity like here for me to, or someone else to get to the front, it would just slow down. As you see, I'm basically not pedaling to try to give him some room to open this gap, and then eventually someone would come and pull. But because we had so many people in the group, we weren't trying to be aggressive, getting in people's ways, trying to disrupt the chase. But when they flicked us over to go help with the chase, obviously we'd pull through but wouldn't put in an effort. Here you can see in my rear camera some spots. This is when I got a flat, so there's sealant pretty much all over my rear camera there. It didn't start, I didn't feel it right away. But everyone started telling me, and I started feeling the sealant on my legs soon after. So I stopped here to change my wheel on the 6th lap. Spencer here helped me do it really fast and smoothly. And then a lap later, John pushed me back onto the course. There was a break with one of our guys and someone else, and I just joined the group as they were coming by, not too far behind that breakaway. So took it wide on this first turn so that I wouldn't disrupt whatever they were doing. As you can see, there's a couple different teams chasing there on the front, and we're just saving the legs back here to keep attacking and keep the race dynamic. So 7th lap of the race here, and you see one of the tribe guys going on the right. I felt that Craig, who's in front of me, was about to go, so I was glad that I was so close and was able to respond pretty efficiently. The watt numbers are definitely not right there. Obviously, it didn't take me 100 or less watts to follow his attack, but it was efficient. And because I went, Owen went right behind me, and then that just brought the whole group. So that was pretty much the one break that we didn't have someone in, and it ended up working out because someone else chased it back. So we're still only 7 of 45 laps in, and 26 kilometers to go. Feeling pretty good. As you can see here, we have another guy off the front only a couple laps later, and then Nick is chasing from St. Al's with me and Ben from obviously our team behind. So when he asks for help and we come through, we're not going to pull hard. We kept the pace going. As you can see, I'm next to Nick doing just over 200 watts, which obviously is less than whoever's in the break, which I believe is Mike. So I go to the front, just rolling through, and I just take these turns wide and slowly to try to give Mike some room to pull forward, which, as you can see, he actually gained a little bit of space there, which just made it so that everyone else from our team that stayed in the group, was able to take a break. And 6 laps later, we're still on that exact same move, and one of the Bear National guys attacks here on the right, followed by his teammate, and then his other teammate. So they went all in on this one, which isn't the ideal way to do it, because if 3 teammates attack, obviously everyone else is going to chase. So as they were doing that, we brought it all back together. Another attack goes from Preston from Tribe, and Ben chases as they're actually chasing another break up there that has quite a few of our guys. So we're about halfway in, and you can tell that nothing's really going to stick because there's not the attacks just aren't getting big enough gaps. And now I start communicating with everyone.
We're together at the end. We're sprinting for you. I'll be second to last, all right?
Basically just planning the lead out. So we're racing for Ryan. I told him that he would be our sprinter because he's still trying to get some points towards this category 1 upgrade. So basically, with 20 laps to go, as it seemed like everything was staying together, I started organizing that. But then I saw this attack from Nick. I was feeling good and in a good position, so I followed him. Again, the watts are not right. I have no idea why. Obviously, it didn't take me 100 watts to follow that attack. As you can see, there's a gap to the field behind us, but he attacked pretty hard. I got on his wheel, and then I pulled through and did an actual solid pull to just see if the attack would stick. You know, you never know. But unfortunately, less than a lap later, we got caught. And then again, I went back to my mission of just telling everyone on the team what the plan was, because we went into it really without a plan. We just wanted to be aggressive and be able to adapt on the fly. So the plan was to decide who we were going to race for throughout the race, depending on how everyone was feeling and what our needs were. So since everyone was feeling good, Ryan is priority, and we decided to race for him. So I told him first, then I told Ben, who was in front of me, that he'd be behind Ryan, our sprinter, and just blocking other sprinters from coming around. Then here I'm talking with Paul, who was guest riding with us. And Paul used to be a professional crate racer, so he was very detrimental in just being a voice in the peloton. So he was in front of the plan was for him to be in front of me on the lead out. And here you see Craig did an attack, but gave up on it, and I brought it back as we were getting again organized. With just 13 laps to go, everyone's getting in position as I'm just telling everyone what we're trying to do. So here you see Cam on the right, and he just, he's trying to set the pace. Craig lets the gap open, and suddenly Cam's just off the front, which is good for us because it makes everyone else work while we can communicate and figure out what it is that we're doing.
We're sprinting for Ryan.
So I tell Mike, I tell Ian that that's the plan. Unfortunately, 5 to go here. Kelsey went down. He put in a really good attack. He had a solid gap, and then he just he told me that he hit the pedal there. So with 5 to go, I tell Mike here to go to the front, start setting the pace as the other Mike is up there. Craig here calling us out to start the lead out, which obviously is what we were trying to do. So the Mikes go to the front, who are going to be our first 2 lead out guys. And then I'm still waiting on Paul, who now is here to be in front of me, and that these 3 are pretty much our lead out guys. You can see behind me, Ryan, our sprinter, fighting for my wheel with Craig, who is also a great sprinter. So just some good, fun, safe racing. These guys just bumping shoulders. You can see in the rear camera Ryan with his elbows out, just making sure that he's earning the position behind me. And Craig isn't making it any easier. So 2 to go here, and Mike pulls off, and it's just time to start going hard, make sure that no one comes around. So second to last lap, and we have 3 guys in the lead out still. Ben is trying to get behind Ryan, whose job was to block the other sprinters. Owen in the yellow kit is a really strong sprinter, so that's who we're mainly worried about. But as you can see, Craig is really fighting for my wheel, and as we get into this last corner, going into the last lap, Mac pulls aside, and it's time for Paul to just go as hard as he can before I do the same. So last lap, 1 kilometer to go, as you can see here on the bottom, and I start telling Paul to just go as hard as possible.
Come on, Paul, get me to the back. Get me to the back straight.
As you can see, we're going 30 miles an hour, and someone attacks on the right. Fortunately, I heard him coming, so I was able to push to get on Ollie's wheel here. So he attacks pretty hard. I'm able to take the corners efficiently. As you can see, behind Ryan is fighting for my wheel. He does a really good job getting through those guys and staying on my wheel, as we're less than pretty much half a kilometer from the finish. 1 corner to go. Ryan tells me to go, so I see Ollie here getting out of the saddle. I also get out of the saddle, sit back down for this corner. and I'm able to push enough watts to get around him. And then I get on the left side so that Ryan can go on my right, and I just push as hard as I can to make sure that he gets the best lead out. He didn't end up coming around, and so I ended up winning. Ryan got second, and then Owen, who did a great job in that final sprint, got third. And it was a great time. So more next week. Thank you for watching.